Israel's incursion into Gaza, much like America's forays into Afghanistan and Iraq, underscores a stark reality. Military victory is but the first act in a long and arduous drama. The initial triumphs on the battlefield often mask the deeper, more complex challenges that lie ahead. The echoes of past interventions, particularly the protracted conflict in Iraq, resonate loudly as Israel grapples with the complexities of urban warfare and the elusive promise of lasting peace. The destruction left in the wake of these conflicts serves as a grim reminder of the human and material costs involved. The parallels are undeniable. Both situations involve technologically advanced militaries confronting determined insurgents operating within densely populated urban environments. The urban landscape, with its labyrinthine streets and civilian population, presents unique challenges that technology alone cannot overcome. Both expose the limits of military power in achieving broader political objectives. The strategic discussions in war rooms often fail to translate into effective on-ground realities, highlighting the gap between military might and political resolution. The specter of Iraq, in particular, looms large over Gaza. The long shadow of the Iraq War serves as a cautionary tale for any military engagement in the region. America's initial triumphalism after toppling Saddam Hussein quickly gave way to a grinding insurgency and sectarian violence. The euphoria of early victories was short-lived as the reality of a fractured society set in. The absence of a coherent post-conflict plan, coupled with a failure to adequately secure the peace and provide essential services, created a vacuum that insurgents readily exploited. The lack of a clear vision for the future left the region in turmoil. The clear and leave approach, characterized by swift military offensives followed by rapid withdrawals, proved disastrous. This strategy left behind a power vacuum that insurgents were quick to fill. Areas cleared of insurgents were quickly retaken, perpetuating a cycle of violence and instability. The constant back-and-forth battles eroded any semblance of normalcy for the civilian population. The lessons for Israel are clear. Military success, while necessary, is insufficient to secure lasting peace. The focus must shift from mere military victories to sustainable peace-building efforts. A comprehensive post-conflict strategy encompassing security, governance, and reconstruction is essential. Without a holistic approach, the cycle of violence is likely to continue unabated. Failure to address these interconnected challenges risks replicating the mistakes of the past, with potentially devastating consequences. The stakes are high, and the cost of failure is measured not just in political terms, but in human lives and suffering. The international community, too, bears a responsibility to support a just and sustainable peace, recognizing that the costs of failure extend far beyond the borders of Gaza. Global cooperation and commitment are crucial in ensuring a stable and peaceful future for the region. The allure of clear and leave is undeniable. It promises swift, decisive action, minimizing casualties and costs, and offering a quick resolution to complex conflicts. History, however, paints a different picture, one that is often overlooked in the rush to declare victory. From Vietnam to Afghanistan, Iraq to Gaza, the temptation to declare victory and withdraw has proven a siren song, luring nations into quagmires of protracted conflict where initial successes quickly unravel. The fundamental flaw of clear and leave lies in its superficiality, addressing only the immediate threats. It addresses symptoms, not root causes, leaving underlying issues unresolved. It prioritizes military objectives over political solutions, often sidelining crucial diplomatic efforts. The clear and leave approach, as witnessed in Iraq, often creates more problems than it solves, leading to long-term instability. Rapid withdrawals without establishing enduring security or fostering legitimate governance create power vacuums that are quickly exploited. Insurgents, often more resilient and adaptable than anticipated, exploit these vacuums, regrouping and launching renewed attacks, perpetuating the cycle of violence. The cycle of violence continues, undermining stability and eroding public support, both domestically and internationally, making long-term peace elusive. Moreover, clear and leave fails to address the underlying grievances that fuel insurgencies, such as social injustice and economic disparity. Whether driven by ideology, nationalism, or a lack of opportunity, these grievances fester in the absence of viable political processes and economic prospects, creating fertile ground for future conflicts. The result is a perpetual cycle of violence where military victories prove fleeting and the seeds of future conflict are sown, ensuring that peace remains a distant dream. The shortcomings of the clear and leave strategy have led some military strategists and policymakers to advocate for an alternative approach known as clear and hold. This strategy, which was successfully employed during the Iraq surge, emphasizes maintaining a sustained military presence in areas that have been cleared of insurgents. This presence is coupled with concerted efforts to build local security forces and establish effective governance structures. The underlying premise is that achieving lasting stability requires more than just eliminating insurgents. It demands filling the void left in their wake with robust institutions and community support. The clear and hold strategy, while resource-intensive and politically challenging, offers several potential advantages that could lead to long-term peace and stability. First, it provides a greater sense of security for local populations, which in turn reduces the likelihood of insurgent resurgence and helps build trust within the community. Second, it allows time for the development and training of local security forces, fostering a sense of ownership and sustainability among the local population. Third, it creates the necessary space for political reconciliation and economic development initiatives, addressing some of the root causes of conflict and instability. However, the clear and hold strategy is not without its critics and detractors. Some argue that it prolongs military engagements, thereby increasing both the financial costs and the human casualties associated with prolonged operations. Others contend that it can foster dependency among local populations, potentially delaying the transition to self-governance and self-sufficiency. Moreover, its success hinges on the ability to win over local populations, a task that is often easier said than done and requires significant effort and resources. Section 4. Securing the peace. The imperative of civilian trust. In the aftermath of military operations, security remains paramount. However, true security extends beyond the absence of violence. It encompasses a sense of safety and well-being for all citizens. This requires not only neutralizing immediate threats, but also addressing the underlying conditions that breed insecurity. Winning the peace, therefore, hinges on winning the trust and cooperation of the civilian population. Building trust in conflict zones is a delicate and multifaceted endeavor. It demands a nuanced understanding of local dynamics, respect for cultural sensitivities, and a commitment to transparency and accountability. Actions often speak louder than words. Minimizing civilian casualties, protecting property, and ensuring humanitarian access are crucial steps in demonstrating good faith. Equally important is the need to engage with local communities, not as adversaries, but as partners in peace building. This involves empowering local leaders, fostering dialogue, and addressing legitimate grievances. Economic development, too, plays a vital role in building trust, providing opportunities and hope for the future. Section 5. Rebuilding Gaza. Lessons from Post-Conflict Reconstruction. The task of rebuilding Gaza physically and economically will be monumental. Yet history demonstrates that successful post-conflict reconstruction is not merely about bricks and mortar. It demands a holistic approach that addresses the underlying causes of conflict and lays the foundation for a more just and equitable society. The experiences of other post-conflict societies offer valuable lessons, both positive and negative, for Gaza's reconstruction. One key lesson is the importance of inclusivity. Reconstruction efforts must involve all segments of society, regardless of political affiliation, ethnicity, or religion. Failure to do so risks exacerbating existing divisions and sowing the seeds of future conflict. Local ownership is equally crucial. Empowering local communities to participate in the design and implementation of reconstruction projects fosters a sense of ownership and sustainability. Another key lesson is the need for a long-term perspective. Rebuilding war-torn societies is a generational endeavor requiring sustained commitment and investment. Short-term fixes, while tempting, often prove counterproductive, creating dependencies and delaying sustainable solutions.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.